we have just left Broome, if you can even hear me, because there is a lot of corrugation on this road. We are heading to the famous James Price Point. We're going through sand, and Josie's just gonna floor it, I think, and hope for the best. Moving. We're moving, look at that concentration face.
This is really like, I've never done anything like that.
What's going on up here? Anything of interest?
Not really, I'm just putting the tent
You're
up.
putting the tent together. Are we going to get that sunroof open?
At some point. Oh, I think there's loads of cremated flies.
Fantastic.
We will see you tomorrow for more adventures on the Dampier Peninsula. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
How you feeling?
I'm quite tired. And I think it's just because we've been having a lot of early starts lately. But this view to wake up to couldn't be better, to be honest.
Pender Bay.
Yeah.
We have 2 hours and 43 minutes at 187 kilometers, which we can make. But if we zoom out here on my smartphone, you can carry on down this road here.
But only so far as like that.
But it only really takes you here, and you can't get any further. We need to go all the way up here, you see? So we have to head back all the way down this road.
Dirt.
To then hit the highway all the way up there.
Then dirt.
And then hit that dirt road. But we can do that.
That's mainly like, I think it's like 130 odd of just main road.
And then that's only about 30k.
30k's,
so
yeah.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's less k's to the Pender Bay than it was on dirt road to James Price.
We have to actually write down all of our kilometers and when we filled up and how much we filled up by to know when we need to fill up again, because our petrol gauge is broken. However, recently we've made a remarkable discovery on the odometer. Is that the right word? Mm-hmm. The odometer, where the kilometers read, or the mileage, wherever you're from. Just underneath, it always showed this weird number, like between 100, 200, 300. And I was always thinking, what does this number mean? So one day we were bored in the car. We got a lot of time to sit in the car, opened the manual up and we started reading. We found out that this number actually means journey time from when you last reset.
It's called a trip odometer.
A trip odometer, that's the scientific word, thank you. Anyway, so every time we fill up, all we have to do is press this in, resets the kilometers, and we just have to wait until it hits 300, 400, and then we know how to fill up. So we don't need to write this down anymore. It's all there ready for us. This bottom number here, we have 86.8 kilometers already in our tank. This is our...
Already in our tank? No,
already...
used from our tank.
Yeah, used from our tank. This number is how far we travelled all the time. But this number is how far we travelled since we filled up. But there are petrol stations on the way up the Dampier Peninsula, so we're going to make a stop maybe in the middle. And also, whilst we're on the topic, if you haven't tasted Anzac biscuits, you definitely should, because they are scrummy. Okay, so here we go. 4-wheel drive mode is on lock. and we are ready to hit the road. How are you feeling, Outward?
Feeling good today, thanks.
Hurting from yesterday?
A little bit sore.
A little bit sore. Wow.
We just drove a little past the Pender Bay exit off of the main road just to go get some fuel because we thought we'd better play it safe rather than sorry. However, when we got there, for the first time since the owner can remember, they were out of fuel. But there's another fuel station 20 kilometers on. So we're gonna roll the dice and travel to that fuel station and hope they have fuel. But if they don't, we've really screwed ourselves over here, I think. This fuel station is near One Arm Point, I think. Maybe it's in One Arm Point. We're gonna go to One Arm Point because we hadn't planned on doing it because it was a bit too far. Plans change and now we're off there, but we just drove past the Cape Lebec Road and it is closed, which someone did tell us in Broome. And I think it's for cultural reasons.
So we found petrol, we think, at One Arm Point.
We hope.
And it's this little roadhouse thing. That one actually says out of order, but there's one just next to us here.
It's $2.95.
Damn. Anyway, well, at least we found some. It works! We found petrol! Expensive petrol. So we're at One Arm Point, we're in the community, and this is the area. We're actually here right now. You can go all the way to the end if you'd like, but we have to get a permit to do that, so we're not going to. We're just going to head back down to our campsite. Interesting fact, One Arm Point has the second highest tides in the world at 10 to 12 meters. The highest tides are in Nova Scotia, Canada, if I said that right, and they have 20 meter tides. That's pretty big. So what you making?
Wraps.
Tuna?
Tuna, yeah. I don't know if this one's very nice.
Tuna, aioli, and wrap. Looks nice. This is the road we now have to head down. 31 kilometers of dirt track. Are we gonna make it? I guess you'll find out in just a couple of seconds. How you feeling?
I'm nervous about the sand. I hope there's no sand.
Up to the challenge though?
Yeah.
Let's go. So far, the dirt road is pretty good. We're only about 5 k's down. But on the reviews, we read that it was corrugated, it was sandy. But people also said there were whoopsies. Now, we don't know what whoopsies are, if they're dangerous, or if it's just when you go into a pothole and you say, oh, whoops. So can someone let us know what a whoopsie is? So I don't know if you can see this, but in the road, there are ups and downs, and we think that is a whoopsie. And the Bay Escape, we're nearly there. 3 more k's, we can make that.
Let's hope. Imagine if we get stuck just before with 3 k's.
That would be disappointing. So we're staying at Pender Bay Escapes. This might be the best campsite we have ever stayed in, and I mean that for like the whole time we're traveling in Australia. Oh my gosh.
And I think actually we have the best spot in the whole camp, and there's a lot of spots.
We definitely have the best spot. And we're staying in G3. Shall we tell them why G3 is the best camp spot here?
Should we tell them or should we just show them?
I think we should just show them. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
we haven't seen a better view whilst camping, like in a camping spot. We have seen some amazing views, but not from our campsite. So just take that in for a second. We have a bathtub in our campsite. How many campsites can you say you've been to with a great view like this and a bathtub?
So you may be wondering, but guys, I don't carry enough water to fill that bathtub. How am I supposed to fill that bathtub? Well, they have this hose, and it is such a long hose, and it reaches all the way to the bathtub and some more. There's your solution.
So, bathtub. Why are you so beautiful? I thought the same. Josie's going to demonstrate how to use this bathtub. Okay, now, would you like to demonstrate how to get in to the bathtub?
I'd love to.
Just so people at home can do it safely when they try and get into theirs, you know?
Come on, let's go. Use this mat here for convenience to just take your slippers off. Just like that.
Just like that, hey?
Then you just sit back. Oh, yeah.
And relax. And that was the tour of what we think is the greatest campsite we have stayed in and will stay at.
I think so. I think you're right. Maybe we're going to be surprised along the way down the west coast. Maybe. But it's going to take a lot.
Let me just say the west coast so far has been
Unreal.
We've only hit Broome, so
We're not even far down.
I think we've got a lot to come. To say as well, the whole vibe of this campsite is wonderful. The owner is so welcoming to everybody, and they send you a text before you arrive of all the information you need. They make sure you're okay once you arrive, and it's just a very friendly vibe, and the owner has been nothing but helpful. So 10 out of 10 all the way through.
You ready to hit the beach?
Ready as I'll ever be. Let's go.
What on earth is going on with your feet?
I don't know what happened there.
So this is our route down to that beach there. Feeling confident?
I think so.
Let's go. You're going to fall over if you do that.
It is probably the trickiest part. You just have to sort of pick a rock and go. But we're nearly there. Whoa! So we are the only people on this beach currently. Let's say the water's safe. I don't know. Will there be crocodiles in here? Apparently not. So if you see this, there probably isn't. Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Come on in, let's go.
I would stay in for longer on a normal beach. However, I'm a bit too nervous about crocodiles.
And me.
The man said, like, you know, there's no resident crocs here, but that doesn't mean to say that there's definitely not going to have one come in.
On holiday?
Yeah, he might come on vacation.
Better to be safe than sorry, right? We're well and truly set up for the evening, aren't you?
Yeah.
Book in hand, olives, beer, and this view.
I don't know if sun ever sets out there, or if it just doesn't because of...
I think we're facing east here.
So it's always going to set over there?
Yeah.
That's a shame. Because can you imagine, like, you have the lovely view during the day and then the sun sets there? That would be really, really cool.
Or we get the sunrise tomorrow morning.
Oh, does the sun rise over there? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, ideal.
Yeah. So.
Bath in the morning?
Yeah, with the sunrise. See you there.
See you there.
Say goodnight then.
Good night.
Cue sunrise in 3, 2, 1. So it's time to leave, and we are prepared to tackle the road of doom. Ready? Once you've finished a really corrugated road like that, the most important thing to do is check out your car after. Make sure your wheels are still on, make sure your engine's still there, make sure your roof rack's not hanging off, and everything in your boot is stabilized. So that's what we're about to do. Roof rack look okay?
Check.
What else are we checking?
Tyres.
Tyres still on? What's
checked the
one?
other side as
That's
well.
2. Okay, that's 3, 4. Okay, tyres are still there.
Everything in the car. Check.
Looks all right, I guess. Maybe not that. Anyway.
Check.
And the engine's still there?
I checked.
Fantastic.
Check.
Our car is suddenly making this really weird noise in drive. Thank you for demonstrating. So we took the car to the garage as soon as we got back, and they said we have a loose...
we have a broken engine mount.
Broken engine mount. It's completely gone. It's fallen off the car. It's on the road of doom somewhere, so if you do take that road, look out for our engine mount. It's out there somewhere, and if you return it, we'll give you a special prize, I am sure. But anyway, we have to get that fixed, but they said it's not urgent, so we might wait until we're in a city that
they advised
isn't
us
so
to.
expensive. Yeah, they said you can wait till Perth, so we might wait till Perth. We just want to do a bit of research on it first. But anyway, we will leave it there for the evening, and tomorrow we are going to... Where are we going tomorrow?
We are going in the morning, fairly early, to Coconut Wells, because it will be low tide in the morning.
That's right, Coconut Wells. We're going to Coconut Wells, and like Josie said, low tide, because if you don't go at low tide, you don't get to see the rock pools. Is that right?
That is correct. Good
The
job.
sun is in my eyes. Good night. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the time is 7:20. And where are we going?
We are going to Coconut Wells for low tide.
Coconut Wells.
So this is currently what we're working with on Google Maps. It looks unbelievable. So hopefully it looks the same in person. We will see.
So we've arrived. We've just parked in the car parking area, and we think we just walk that way, I assume. What do you reckon?
Get to the beach, I think, that way. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming so.
I think just over the top of these hills here, you've got the beach, so we're going to try that first.
It's like mud. Whoa. That's it's like jelly though under my feet. Oh. If anyone can tell me what this stuff is. It looks like brown lentils when I cook them. It's really weird though, like, does anyone know what this is? Lentil soup. So, but they're very pretty. So, Coconut Well, what are you rating it?
I'm rating it a strong windy.
A windy out of 10?
A windy out of 10. That place was so windy. It's not going to be windy every day, but today made it less enjoyable because it was so windy. I fell off a cliff, I sunk in brown lentils, and I didn't even get to swim. But it looks amazing.
I think it's really cool.
It is really cool.
And it's only like 20 minutes out of Broome.
Yeah, like it's really close.
Bitumen.
And it's completely free, so what a place to come. Make sure you come at low tides.
And at high tide.
Oh yeah, high tide is pretty cool, but you can't get to the rock pools.
Yeah. I think 8 out of 10 I'd give it. But the only thing that stops it, like you said, the wind, that was really quite annoying because I got battered by sandstorms. And the brown lentils, that I didn't like those. Mm-hmm. But it was really pretty, and like the contrast of the white rock and the crystal clear water was really cool.
Yes, on a good day, this place is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Just not today.
Sadly not. The conditions did not permit. This is the weather.
The weather says...
Wind.
Windy.
So maybe it's... Yeah, we've come on the wrong day. Everything else is just sun.
Yeah.
And today is just wind, so
windy.
Maybe we just misjudged the wrong conditions. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure when you guys come, it'll be good. You have come with us all the way to the top of the Dampier Peninsula. You've come with us for maybe the highlight of our trip.
Yeah.
And we're ending it here at Coconut Wells. We're now heading
towards Port Hedland today.
Nice. We're heading towards Port Hedland, and that'll be the next video, I'm sure. So we will see you there.
See you there.